What's good, y'all? It's your boy J.Brock. It's Clapitup LA. I'm right here with my boy Beatboytaughtme, man. If y'all know who he is, and it's time for you to wake up, and we're gonna wake you up today. He is a platinum independent producer. He got music worldwide, and he credits himself on making beats in 10 minutes. I don't know how many of y'all doing that. Tap in with him so you can learn. You dig what I'm saying? How you doing today, bro?
Pretty good, bro. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm blessed. Really happy to be sitting here with you today. Now we got to jump into this game. He credits his music background from church. Now, being in church, what was it that made you gravitate to the music so much? Because like I remember one of my things was the drums. Like the drums, I would stare at the drums the whole time at church. So what was it at church that drew you to music?
Besides the fact of me just listening to music, I want to like have something to do with music, like be a part of it. And it wasn't trying to be in a choir and stuff like that. Like I actually wanted to make the sound of, you know, what you were hearing versus you just what you were singing.
Facts. Yeah.
So that's how that really came about, honestly. And I just kept on applying pressure just to my mind, just to be like, how am I going to make music? You feel me? And not the way as me being a
rapper,
and just a musician. You know, just playing the drums and such.
Gotcha.
I wanted to make beats.
Yeah. Do you feel like people think it's easier to be a rapper than to be a producer or a beat maker or anything else?
Yeah, kind of is, honestly. You know, if you know how to read and write, you can be a rapper.
Yeah, facts, straight up. Now you say at the age of 3, you had an autistic uncle who was a DJ. He taught you how to DJ. Now, how long did it take you to really grasp everything that was going on with that? Because I can only imagine the way these keyboards be looking, bro. You could have been kind of confused for a second.
I mean, back then, I learned on the tape decks, the CD player, and the turntables. You know, kind of back then it was less.
Yeah, it wasn't as much technology. Yeah, okay.
So, honestly, bro, I probably learned that shit in a couple of days. You know, just me sitting there all day with him, and then going back into the room when I'm not supposed to, and kind of mimicking and. Going back in there when he's in there, and you know, that should just take a couple of days just to imprint on you when you're young.
So what type of advantage do you feel that you've had within your success learning so early?
Just being around a bunch of legends and greats, you know, super young, even before I was established or even doing anything on a professional level, you know, like I went to go meet Corrupt and Battle Cat and you know Spice.
Shout out to
all,
GODS,
you know, all in one night. You know, I damn near cried meeting DJ Battle Cat. I was.
Why is that though? Why you damn near crying?
Because that's like a idol, you know, and it's not an idol that's not what you expect meeting. You feel me?
He was everything you expected.
Hell yeah, cool as fuck, playing some exclusive music, you know, like.
What were some of the things that you guys talked about when you met?
Just having like your own sound and just like being consistent, you know, like nigga like him got all type of music with all type of artists and, you know, like the hugest people ever.
Right.
And for you to just get those opportunities presented, you just got to be consistent and, you know, besides the fact of knowing, you know, having those connections and being at the right place at the right time, it's just being prepared, you know.
Yeah, facts.
Being relevant.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, shout out to those guys. Y'all know Battle Cat is a GOAT, man. One song that I know is "We Can Freak It." That song was the sickest song till this day. Now, Quincy Jones' Juke Joint, that was one of the first, was it a CD?
Yeah, it was a CD.
Okay, so that was one of the first CDs you got your hands on. Your grandparents gave it to you. And you said you almost cried when it broke. What did you enjoy so much about that music?
Damn. It was a bunch of different sounds and vibes just captured on that album, you know. He went from like the Tevin Campbell to like I don't know all the artists on there, but somebody was doing like doo-wop, you know, jazz and stuff, to big ballads, to, you know, hip hop sounding records back then, you know, Quincy Jones records with the hip hop. So it was just an experience on one CD. You feel me? Like I kind of got all type of just sounds and shit in my head from that CD, and it was like, oh, I want to put this shit out. You know, how can I put these sounds out? And like playing the drums and all that shit as I was growing up, like that wasn't what I was trying to communicate to like making music until like middle school. I got my hands on the program.
Okay, so when you listen to that CD, and what are some of the things that you can say, like right now today, if you was to start making a beat, what's something from this particular CD that you would say that would pop up in your head?
Just the type of actual sounds he was using, you know, a bunch of strings and a bunch of analog synth keyboards and big ass orchestras coming in, you know. Just a whole soundscape of, you know, like I said, it goes from like the 808, you know, TR 808 patterns to real live drums, you know, and that's like, you know, two different worlds and genres of music, you know, and just putting them all in one project and making it cohesive.
Right, I feel that now. You spoke on music theory. Did you teach yourself the music theory?
No, my teacher at my middle school, Mr. Monarch, he had taught music theory for years. I never actually took the class. You had to be like in 9th grade or something. I was still in 6th, 7th grade. But he would let me sit in certain classes, you know, where it would make sense for me to, you know, be there. It wouldn't be every time he'll have the classes, he'll invite me over, but I would go over and just, you know, a lot of shit would make sense to, you know, just fingering with the piano and just the different varieties of sounds that can come from like keyboards and all the different instruments. You feel me? Like it's a bunch of instruments, bro.
Yeah, facts. A whole bunch of stuff people don't even know about. Now, at the age of 11, you made your first beat using Fruity Loops 6. And I remember I made a beat using Fruity Loops. I probably was 8 years old. My cousin was in the music real hard. He like, bro, make a beat. I'm like, man, this shit about to be weak, man. He like, nah, just make it. So I made me a beat, man. And it was so many different just dots and all that different stuff. Now, Fruity Loops, for y'all who might not know, that to me, I think that's difficult. Now, how do you sit up and master Fruity Loops? Especially when you jumping on, there was no YouTube.
Yeah,
how long did it take you to get acclimated to Fruity Loops and be able to start really putting that fire out?
3 years later, I had like my first song out, which was with Haji Beats. He was a member of Our Future.
Okay, yeah.
I think that was my first, like, all right, I can do this. But it still wasn't, I wasn't using Fruity Loops how you're supposed to use it, you feel me? Like,
so how was you using it then?
I didn't know how to sequence my songs or the beat, you know, the patterns. I didn't know how to make a structured beat to fit hook, verse, you know, I didn't know that. I didn't know how to quantize yet, so a lot of the shit was really freehand, type of heartbeat rhythm. But I'm a drummer, so all that shit was, you know, easy, and I'm not a DJ, so being on time, that's pretty easy.
Right. Okay. Now, what's your background with drumming? Did you drum at church?
I drummed at church, probably like 7 years.
Oh, man, I remember I did this. I drummed at church. It was only like 3 or 4 times, but it's a different type of pressure. My heart beating the whole time.
It was always pressure. I was like shy as fuck growing up, for sure. So it was weird because I didn't really feel shy, I guess, playing the drums.
Yeah, you felt that was you.
Yeah, especially where like I was really heavily involved in church, so like I used to be in the choir and usher, all that type of stuff. But the drums was just like, and I did the sound at church. So I was being the sound man.
Oh, okay.
So like those two things, just like, this is cool. Like, I like this. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really feel like pressure or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Now, overcoming that shyness, did like doing all the stuff that you did in church help you overcome being so shy?
Yeah and no, because still at the end of the day, that's people that you still grow old with.
Yeah, facts.
It would just be like, shit, half these people knew me since I was in diapers, so you kind of got to feel just comfortable anyway.
Right, I feel that. Understood. Now, you taught yourself how to play the piano as well. And how important do you feel like the piano is to your DNA as far as in music today?
Shit, that's all I rap around. All my beats damn near around is a piano. Shit, piano is just the stamp of West Coast at the end of the day too. You know, a lot of the hard old West Coast beats is, you know, heavy bass and piano driven. And shit, that's what I just use. I like big whimsical sounds, you know, orchestral sounds. So piano, strings, brass, guitars, you know, just woodwind instruments. I like them all.
And so that actually just worked to your advantage overall when you standing here today. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you come up in here and you pretty much know about everything already and experienced. So the day before your 18th birthday, the first song played on the radio, Twerk by Problem and Bad Luck. You would also get your first placement with Omarion Tank Problem. And this is one of the songs that you say displays your versatility. How important do you think it is to be versatile in whether you're a rapper, a producer, or beatmaker? How important do you feel it is to be versatile in this game?
You got to, because at the end of the day, especially producers, like, you're really expendable. So you always gotta just be able to work somewhere else if something is too flooded or saturated, or there's somebody that's popular right now, so a lot of people is working with them, and for this certain sound, they chasing this sound or whatnot. You gotta just be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna just fall back from this. I'm gonna go do this over here, get some bread over here, get some attention over here, get some notoriety over here, and shit, maybe it can be something that you start liking for yourself, you know, and just take over that lane. You never knew you can take over that lane. You just, fuck it, I'll just do it. I'm gonna do fucking country music, you know. Let's do some western, some old western shit. And shit, and I know.
Right.
You know, you may be a beast. You may have a formula to that where it's short and simple, easy and quick, you know. Just demolish it.
Well, I believe you got to try different things anyway, because if you don't try anything, then you won't really ever figure out who you are. You know what I'm saying? So you got to dip and dab and do this and figure out that's not for you. And see, I've been doing the same thing, right, bro? I've been doing the same thing, and people will tell me, "Oh, you inconsistent now. You got a reputation that, you know, just basically doing stuff and stopping if it ain't working for you." And it's like, I'm just trying to find myself. But understand that when you're trying to find yourself, you got to try different things. Now, the day before your birthday, getting that first song played on the radio, how much did that make your birthday a little bit better because you got a song on radio now?
Shit, that just was my birthday damn near, you feel me? It was weird. What happened? I'm pulling up to my house, to my grandparents' house. I'm literally a block away. The homie called me, my boy Julian calls me, he like, "Nigga, turn on the radio, you on the radio, woo woo." Me turning on the radio and him calling me, I'm getting irritated because I'm playing the song that's on the radio in my earpods. You feel me?
Wow,
like already just playing it just because, you know. That was a song that went from studio straight to radio. You feel me? So I think I made it probably 4 days prior to it being on the radio.
You know? Shot it straight there.
DJ Felly Fell dropped it.
Shout out Felly Fell.
The new it too. He ran it back. You know, it was a world premiere. And that shit was just cool, you feel me? I was able to pull up to the house, you know, tell my grandparents and all my people to come outside, like, here, look, you feel me? This is what I
did
do.
That, huh? Me? Yeah.
And shit, like I said, that was just my birthday for me. That was good enough.
Did you feel like at that point you had finally made it?
Nah, I felt like that when I was like 16, when I was randomly put in a XXL mag. Like I had a little excerpt, and that's when I was just like, all right, well, let me just do this shit full throttle. So.
Oh, okay, I feel that.
When I was like 16, that shit more so stamped it.
Damn, you know what I mean? The XXL, that's pretty big, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, you make it there, man, for real. So you have experience with Diamond Lang, working with Problem Bad Luck. How was your experience, and what are some of the things that have benefited you, you know what I'm saying, from that till this day?
That shit was a great experience. It made me, like, know my worth, made me militant, made me know how to, like, just stand independently, stand alone, you know, figure out the ins and outs of what the big leagues is doing and what the, you know, the majors is doing, and see I can replicate that and, you know, paraphrase it into my own success, you know, and or compete, you know, be like, oh, okay, that's what y'all doing, all right, cool, I'm gonna go do this over here, and I'm gonna see y'all neck and neck, you know. But it was a great experience. I was young as hell, so to be around, like, just seasoned, you know, artists like that, and for them to embrace me and, like, show me the real, like, ins and outs of the industry, you feel me? It was something I needed, you know. So that shit was a cool journey for sure.
Were there things that you were surprised or shocked about when you were, you know, beginning to learn the industry, you know what I'm saying, hearing a different type of politics and things like that?
Hell yeah. And then they were still, you know, outside a lot, so we handled a lot of situations outside. So even them, you know, looking back, they can even say, like, a lot of shit was dealt with, you know, in different ways that they could have or should have did differently and such. So, you know, we all went through a learning experience for everybody, you know. I came into it thinking they knew stuff, and
you realize everybody's still learning.
Yeah, we all, you feel me? Like, it was all a big learning experience for every single person.
Right, student of the game. Now, you've produced 3 entire albums, like with your cousin Cam Carson, and you've produced for people like Greedo, Nipsey, Shoreline, Vince Staples, Our Future Scheme, E40, Bad Luck Problem, Maxo Cream. Now check this out. That is not all. That is just some of them. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned and keep listening up. Now, what is it like knowing that you've worked with artists on such a high level, knowing that you had something to do with, you know what I'm saying, their success and things like that? What is it like being so young, being able to work with people like this?
Just shows, like, staying consistent, you know, just always just keep on working, you know. It's gonna take you to where you want to go, no matter what you want to do. You feel me? Just keep working. That shit is going.
It's gonna work.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Rather it's one, you know, maybe it's a one and done, you know. Maybe it's a continuous thing. It don't matter. At least damn, I got that one hit, boom, you know. Shit. Now they can't tell me shit. Nobody can tell me nothing because I did it, you know. I did this shit. Everybody that was down in me and talking about I wasn't gonna do it, whatever, I did it. Boom. Now shut up.
Right, know? Facts. How do you feel when you hear that type of stuff though? Like, I mean, you ain't gonna make it. Nah, this shit ain't gonna work.
Shit, like, whatever. Like, that's what you on, all right. I see you when I get over here and get this shit, which I told you I was gonna get. You know, like, when I run into people that I ain't seen about 10, 5 years and such, and they just be like, oh, you still making music? Like, nigga, you think I was just gonna stop or something?
Facts,
no matter what. If I'm working with a big artist, small artist, if I'm working with a lot of people or myself, like, I'm always just gonna do this. You feel me? Like, this is what I do.
Right. And you know what? I think a lot of people find that type of stuff discouraged. Oh, I ain't working with nobody big enough yet. How do you stay motivated in that? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to work your way up to the top. It ain't gonna just come to you. How do you stay motivated through the process and going through the ups and downs and dealing with that mental battle?
Shit, you see coming up where you dealing with people coming up too, and then you like I say, you work so much or whatever, opportunity, connection, you get with somebody that's big time, and you be like, okay, that's how they work, that's how they get down. You kind of get either discouraged or encouraged from you working with that person, and either going to make you run back to who, you know, up and coming like you be like, hey, let's implement these things into our recording sessions and whatnot. Let's do this way. Let's do this that way. You know, let's change all of this. Maybe we can make something happen doing it like this. Or maybe you can be like, damn, all right, I wasn't feeling how he was talking to his engineer or whatever. You know, I know what not to do. I know what we not about to do.
Right, facts, yeah.
So you either, you know, take it or break it.
Yeah, yep, that's right. You got to use it as the fuel. Now, Beat Boy has singles all over the world. You got a single in the UK, okay, and this is the grime genre right here. The grime genre is electronic music. You got a single in Japan, and you got a single, a Spanish single. Now, when you are able to get your music all around the world, not just local, you around the world, how successful does that make you feel, and how do you use that instead of slowing down to like keep going harder?
It just make you feel like, damn, they want what I'm doing.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of times where you try to do something for somebody else and go into their world and not really knowing, like, maybe they're trying to come over here because this is your world.
Right.
And this is what they hear you doing and hear everywhere and whatever, and they want that. And like, it's cool, you know. Sometimes you may not want to do it no more, but then you get those type of hit ups and collabs, and you be like, damn, like
confirmation type.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, man, you way in Japan, you want this shit? You feel me? Like,
well, did you like? Do you have to tweak the sound a little bit? None of that. You just send them. You just send them.
Yeah,
that's it.
Be like, I want a turn up beat. I want a trap beat. I want all right, damn, okay. Or they'll give me one of the songs I produced before. I'll be like, oh, I love this song by so and so that you done. Like, you have more beats like it, or can we make a song like it, whatever. And that just even stamps it that you got your own sound as well.
Right. Yeah. Just like man, I forgot it. Just like Battle Cat told you, be yourself. Now we all face obstacles. You know, we all have different obstacles. We all got to battle different demons. There are things that people don't see in this game. If they see us on Instagram, you winning, got the money, you in a club, you got the whip. What type of things do you feel like you would say that you could share that you've had to battle with in order to get to where you are? And the battle ain't over. You feel me? You still gonna battle. Even though you winning, you still got battles. You still gonna have some times where you don't feel good. So what are some of the things that you could say that basically could have taken you off path? Like, man, I'm cool. I ain't doing this shit no more.
Dealing with your feelings.
Oh, yeah. The emotions. You got to keep them out of here.
Dealing with your feelings. A lot of the fluff. A lot of the I'm hit you, bro. A lot of the like it should be like it'd be like high school all over. You feel me?
The messiness,
Yeah, it just be weird for nothing.
Yeah.
You know. And it just be like, especially people of color, like, it's just like, why we just can't just get money? You feel me? Why you tripping? Why you letting that shit fumble the bag?
Right.
Like, why we can't just sue each other and then go to the strip club later on? You feel me? Like, just get the shit over with, and then let's just get this paper. Nigga.
Right.
Like, what y'all tripping off of?
Yeah.
And I've been in plenty of situations where I could have fumbled a bag over some emotions, and shit, I ain't never fumbled no bag over no emotion.
Right.
You feel me? I either said my sorries, I apologize, or I, you know, just never fucked up the bag. Period. You know. So that's like the biggest things. You know, all the no's that you gonna hear.
Difficult. Yeah.
All the just, you know, fake layups, fake lobs, you know, you doing the most for something that you not even knowing is guaranteed yet. You feel me?
Right. Oh man, yeah, for sure. I feel that too because even me and what I do, I reach out to people. What's up, and niggas leave me on scene. I'm talking people I know.
Hell
Leave me on
yeah.
scene, all that other stuff. But I had to train myself like it's cool, bro. Like one day y'all gonna see each other. One day it's gonna happen. Maybe it's not time.
Yeah.
And that's another thing people gotta realize.
Time,
like
for
sometimes
sure.
it's just not time for whatever you want, and it'll make more sense later. And have you experienced that? Like where you tried to do something a little earlier and it wasn't really time yet, but it came, it doubled back some time later. And how do those moments feel, and what do they teach you?
The first time was really, I could have had my own Wiz song, like a whole song.
Oh,
Wiz.
yeah.
Problem had told me to send a beat to him, but I had sent it as a wave, because this is just what we've been doing, bro. Like, I was just accustomed to this is how things should be done for this period of time. And I sent them the wave file versus me sending them just the MP3 file so he can just pull it up or whatever on his phone real quickly, just push play. And when you send it wave, it uploads the file. So you have to download it, then you play
Oh,
it.
too much.
Yeah.
Too much,
bro.
Yeah. But you know what? That's good that you learned that lesson, especially at that point in time. That's very valuable for now.
Hot.
Yeah. So y'all double back and made something work though.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Now I got a song with Wiz through Problem, and I got a song with Wiz, Grito Substance featuring Wiz for the remix.
Oh yeah, shout out to that, man. Double back. Y'all gotta understand it's perfect timing for everything. Sometimes you gotta fall on your face for you get that opportunity, but it's important that you fall on your face. Now, making a beat, you credit yourself with being able to make a beat in 10 minutes. And you also say that you can make 300 beats in 2 weeks. Now, what is Beat Boy's formula to making a beat? And how do you just keep going and going and going and going like that?
Shit, just living, I'm not like a typical producer, I guess you can say. I don't just sit in the studio all day, all night. I do when I need to, and I do when I have to. But like, I just live life, I go have fun, be outside, go to the club, strip club, go to the mall, go out to different states and cities, go to the zoos, fuck with the nature, go on hikes, go swimming, just, live for me to like have different energy. You feel me? I don't want to just have the same vibrant energy just for me, just, all right, let me go to the same kicky spots in the hood, or
yeah, facts. Yeah, you seeing the same thing.
Seeing the same shit. It's like, oh shit, you gonna get the same product off of that shit.
Right.
So you kind of go somewhere else, you hear that radio station, and they don't sound nothing like where home sound like. You like, damn, all this music is this, or maybe I got to bop differently now. So now I'm coming back home with a different bop, and it's off, and now I'm clashing it with the bop from out here, and now it's the swing, and it's like, damn, all right, ain't nobody swinging out here.
Yeah, fact,
Let
that's
me give them
different.
the swing. So I work like that now. That was before I was, like I said, with Dama Lane, I was doing some militant shit. Shit, we was doing 70 songs a week.
70 songs a week.
Like songs, not like just the beat. And the Problem and Bad Blood, they would complete the whole song.
And how long would those sessions be? Like, you got to be in the studio from day, night, and day, like for
kinda,
real.
but not really. Nigga was still going home probably like right after traffic.
Right.
Some nights we would stay all night, all day. I know we had a studio where we couldn't turn up the music to a certain point after like 6, so sometimes we didn't even try to start our session till after 6, but we moved, and shit, that's when we would be locked in, all day, all night. But shit, even an all day session, probably 12 hours, bro, like a good 20, 30 songs.
That's crazy. Now, that was free game right there for y'all. When you travel the world, you get different textures. You get different things that get put in your mind instead of just being in one spot. So, in order to be successful at this, I say one of the tips is make sure you travel, just as he said. Now, sitting in the studio for all them hours, man, do you get tired, frustrated? Like, how is that?
At first, since I was like doing this shit in high school, it was just like frustrating. I'm coming from school, staying in the studio, sometimes not having like not being prepared, but at that time, like I was working off a desktop at the house. I didn't have no laptops. All the little extra do that shit. Like at the same time, nobody funded my shit. You feel me? I was 15, 16, 17.
Just doing it for free.
But not even, not like even for free. Like I didn't have, like that shit was expensive. I ain't like my mama just about to buy me a $400 keyboard, then a $500 laptop, then got some racks for the necessities. You know?
Yeah.
So certain times I would just be at the studio, just kind of like pointlessly being there and like, damn, like why am I here? Y'all about to go out and do this video shoot? Why?
I'm in the house. I'm a kid. You still a kid.
So certain times and shit, it would be like that, but it just built me to be in the studio. You feel me? Like even when I don't want to be in the studio, like I don't not be in the studio now, bro, and don't work. If I'm not doing something in this motherfucker, I'm not going to be here for no reason. I'm not here to listen to nobody's shit or whatever, because that's consulting and we're gonna have to pay me.
Right.
So unless you my artist,
run that check,
But you feel me? I'm not here to play the studio games and be in the studio, feeling. I'm the filler. Like I'm gonna be up in this motherfucker and I'm about to plug up on the aux or something about to, something about to involve me being up in here in my time.
Right. So. I feel that. Yeah, I feel the hell out of that. Now we got to talk about New Dre. You know what I'm saying? When you named it New Dre, did you get any criticism? You know what I'm saying? What type of feedback you get off of that?
Not too much criticism. A lot of people was just raised eyebrows, but a lot of people actually got it too without me even having to explain, which was great. Because just how like work. Like, I wake up in the morning all day, just make beats all day, all night. Like, my ear for things, my sonics, like I've always, even before my beats got tight, my beats always sounded great.
So what do you mean by got tight?
Shit, I used to make weak beats.
Okay. I mean, everybody got to go through that phase.
So
you trying to get through that, yeah. At
the very least, that motherfucker sound great. You know, that was my, I guess, my advantage over a lot of people at a certain point in time, because I guess my expertise wasn't there with like my own sound and structuring and beats and all that type of shit. But my sound was just excellent. I just paid attention to sound quality and was like, nah, that's my way to get in this motherfucker, really. You know, because I didn't know nothing. I didn't have no like, teachers or shit like that. I just trial and error. Everything was trial and error. So I got to a point where I got my own presets down for all my sounds. So now I just, drag and drop as I go, do each sound. And
so you had to pretty much build that brick by brick, like they say.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because like you said, I used to make weak beats. I mean, that's good that you could admit that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to admit that. They think everything fire. Look, it ain't going to start off like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take some practice. Now, having Fatboy SSC on there doing the intros and things like that, where'd you come up with that idea to have somebody intro every song?
Just being around with Problem in the Diamond days, like building up albums and sequencing albums like that with him and Terrace Martin, like seeing the whole separation, Gangsta Grills, seeing that shit go down. Like, I'd be feeling like albums or great projects like should have some type of beginning, middle, and end, and have some type of character in between shit, especially when it's like a title about something, like Kendrick's albums, Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, facts.
I'm not just saying like, oh, you got a project and it's your self-titled project, and you gonna have skits and all that shit through everything, like but it just told a story, for each song.
Right.
So I just thought of it like, damn, alright, like, let me use you as this, like, I wanted to do JJ drama, but shit, I got Fat Boy, you know.
I
That's
mean,
what the
you got
budget
what you
was.
could.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. So that's all you got to
what the
work
budget
with.
was,
Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah.
So I used my nigga Fat Boy, and he delivered, and then he dropped the song to us, you know.
Yeah, if I heard, he said, "Are you pressing?" You said, "I need a song, bro. Give me a beat." Did you at first plan on putting him on there to have his own song, or did that just come kind of?
Just coming about, honestly,
Okay.
bro. He was doing the skits and shit, and he was just like, "Play me some beats." I'm just like, "All right." And it was him and my boy Rob Vicious. Shit, they just, you know, meshed on the same song. It was cool. You know?
Yeah, I feel that now. You got something coming soon. You got a project coming out end of August. Okay. Now, how long had y'all been working on this?
Like all summer, since top of spring into the summer, you know. We wrapped it up probably a week ago. Shit, we in the studio right now, so we just did one new song today.
Yeah. Thumper too.
And shit, you know, my boy Kilio.
Shout out Kilio, yes sir.
But projects, real LA shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm probably one of the few producers out here that's really like still just doing the LA shit. Like I can do everything else, but since I'm home and I represent home, like this is what I'm gonna do. You feel me? I'm not.
Why do you think that's so important?
Because why are you doing other shit from other places and this is your home?
Right. I agree. Yeah.
Like you gotta take care of the house. So, shit, just doing shit that the audience, you know, can resonate to, and try to get some shit on the radio, all that type of shit. Make some hot ass videos, some great content. You know, do it the right way.
I feel that. So look, y'all, it's Clap It Up LA with my boy Beat Boy. We just chopped a whole lot of good game, and he gave y'all actually some free game on here. And I hope y'all pay attention to that, to all y'all producers and beat makers out there, man. Really appreciate you tapping in. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow, do all that good stuff. Once again, y'all Clap It Up LA. We out. Beat Boy, what you clap it up for, bro?
Clap it up for waking up every day and being a normal, active human being.